So I called over the KFC and the hardware truck. That's great. The dog can take a minute and take off. That's fantastic. I just always thought to get money from Social Security. No. Social Security, we have to cover $55. Most of it costs $8,000 or more. Wow. Okay. I'm going too soon. No, at my funeral, and final expenses, I am comfortable. Don't be loved ones with your dad. Call 800-990-1398. $8,000 for your funeral and other final expenses. There's no medical exam that you can be able to even if you have diabetes, high blood pressure. You use tobacco, your rates can never be increased, your benefits can never be decreased, and your coverage can never be canceled. There's no obligation. Call 800-1398 and no waiting periods. And you will also receive information about the free prescription discount card and we get you some.
We are in a state of emergency. What you talking about? Like the here you go.
Call 1-888-508-3130 or go to sonobello.com. Mix and batch of savory sausage over the bed or a crispy bacon egg and cheese biscuits. That's 1-800-408-0189. And now for Judge B. I know you're saying this is all what the coincidence, wink, but it does look crisis. It's just happening around the same time. But it's not enough. It's not enough. The reason she handed all this kind of bullshit is, but I moved in the home, she had to live. So here's what we do. Items at the Sista.
I ordered this book. God is on trial. I ordered this book from Amazon, and I must say I read it. Very well written, very thought-provoking, And so, sisters and brothers like Albert Harris, again, God is on trial. It is a provocative, thought-provoking, very real and honest point of view regarding the gods of major religions or the Abrahamic religions, and why those of us who follow these belief systems should be asking the same kind of questions instead of just blindly accepting and following.
On this day,
Hey, my brother, you know I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot describe to you how happy I was to meet you in person finally. That was just like amazing.
Yes.
Now, you say you work before I get out of the house.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job over there.
When soul singer and black activist Sam Cooke wrote the lyrics to his song, "A Change Is Gonna Come," it was very direct and to the point. With some changes to it, the song was still digestible. In the year 2019, black folks continue to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke is asking for. A change. It's said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. President Trump has already had sit-downs with the wrong representatives of the black community. How about a real discussion with a true grassroots African American? Join and organize Operation Exodus Mississippi today or become a supporter.
Good question. It's voted by. What happened? So long. What's that got to do with all this?
This is Dusty Basement Studios. We approve of this message.
Talk about it. And what else?
Thanks, J. Crew. Thanks. You came out with a different attitude. I feel like I'm down the beach. That's old school. Life has changed. What was it? Mr. T did in Rocky. Who was in Rocky 3? It was Rocky 3. Love my face.
There we go. I don't have a lot to say. Come to see Terry. That's Terry, Cindy, Ron.
I trust that for you. Does anybody have any questions of me before I get out of here? Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, Soul Sister Rona? Hey, Taalik. I'm the brother that did Mike Jackson and Tunica, Mississippi. Hey, now. Hello to Terry. Respect. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up.
Come to see Terry. That's Terry, Cindy, Ron. It's Terry.
It's important for the Black youth, especially, to know that we did have a history and that we did great things and that we had great people, and those things were not in the history books when I was in school. And what I'd like to be doing 5 years from now is attempting to rewrite the history books so that they'll know that.
If you ever sit there and work that out with me, she consolidated her business, tried to get her credit. Exactly. But yet, at least what I have to rely on. Now, but still, I want to get it together. Is that what your job?
Siri else becomes the first. Also, the world will see yourself. She does just that.
Now, medicine used to treat adults with TD movements and contain your current dose of most metal. Don't take Ibn'rad if you're allergic to any of its ingredients. Ibn'rad may cause serious side effects, including sleepiness. Don't drive, operate heavy machinery, or do other dangerous activity. Other serious side effects include potential organ problems and abnormal movements. Check the focus more on ask your doctor about. If you have been financially affected by the COVID,
You don't handle it. Stay back in the
If your long-term disability plan was denied, listen closely. You may be able to recover money. OnEarth is one of the largest disability insurance carriers. Now, like your client had nationwide while all part of the unit family. Unit was filing millions for all economic claims. You may be recovered.
What the song about? Like the hit? Here it go.
What, dear?
Because I keep it real like that. I keep it real.
Woo. Okay, let me wake up. Now, you know, many of those who have followed this platform, when I begin, I will talk like that. There's something that grinds my gears. I want to rant. I need to get this off my, this got to get off my mind, knock the dirt off my shoulder. I just, woo, man. It's got to be bothering me because I'm early in the morning and I'm ranting. How can I kick this off? We have a sister here, and while I'm talking, I'll go ahead and I need to put, I'll put her, where is it at? Oh, there she goes. Now, we have a sister here that I really enjoy. I love her spirit. I love her kindness. I love her sincerity. I love so much about our sister Karen. I don't know what we're going to do without Sister Karen. Sister Karen, and she tells us now and then, Sister Karen is a Christian. She believes in God. Sister Karen is a Christian. Now, I'm very sure when Sister Karen came upon me, Angel Snub 7 does not acknowledge God. Jesus, Allah, Yeshua, Yahweh, whatever you want to call your God, I don't acknowledge. I don't acknowledge God. And many people don't stick around because I reject and don't acknowledge God, religion, and spirituality. They don't stick around because now I hold Black conscious Pan-African scholarship accountable. So they leave. They leave because I'm not going to feed that belief. I'm not going to feed that ideology. In fact, they view me as an enemy to them. So Sister Karen is a Christian. And she knows how Angel Snub 7 speaks. But my Christian sister, because of her intelligence, can see beyond that rhetoric. And she can see the whole picture of what the RealitysTemple on earth, Angel Snub 7, the message that we're demonstrating. So even though she's a Christian and believes in God, she can understand Angel Snub 7. She can understand what we call Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Even if she does not fully comprehend, she has an understanding and she can see beyond the rhetoric to the sincerity of the individual and the importance of a message and its benefits to a people who are oppressed. She can do that. And so here on this platform that does not advocate religion, God, and spirituality, we promote and I push to the forefront my Christian sister. So every Wednesday night, if possible, she brings to us Late Night with Soul Sister Karen every Wednesday at 9:15 p.m. Central Time, right here on this channel. My Christian friend, my Christian sister. The number one reason of why myself and Sister Karen, we get along is because if you notice, she does not push, she does not promote her personal ideology, her personal religious beliefs. She does not do that. She understands she is in a place where if you do bring that up, it must be challenged. And you may not like the challenge. So why bring it up? Why bring something into a place you know that is not what we do here? And she does not, never have. Sister Karen is a Christian, and she can share these words with her mother and her father. May he rest in peace now. My Christian sister, I wish so many in the religious world, I wish you were like Sister Karen. I really wish you were. But there's another version of believers who are not like Sister Karen. It is their intent to push their ideology and their beliefs on you, even though you have told them, I'm not into that. That's why I'm ranting this morning. The majority of my associates, the majority of my family that I actually interact with, some of them believe in God, some of them don't give a damn. I'm just going to live my life and die. But then you have a group of people, they have crossed the line into a cult mentality. They become religious zealots. And these are the type of people that are divisionary, and they break the peace because it's their way or no way. This is why in the soul black community, one of the reasons of why we can't get ourselves together, because you have a mass group of people who want you to follow and become what they think you should be. You should be a Muslim. You should be a Christian. You should be an Israelite. You should be Kemetic. You should be Pan-African. That has been turned into a religion. It is their way or the highway. And they have a cult mindset. They have a programming. So I have a couple of relatives that I am always in conflict with, because they try to force their religion or spirituality or whatever the hell, or this black conscious scholarship garbage on me. What do you do when you have told people, I don't do that, I don't believe that, I'm not into that? And they are still going to try to force and teach you. You need to be taught. Maybe somebody else didn't bring it to you right. I'm going to teach you. They have that type of attitude. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to bring you the right understanding. See, that's the problem. Ain't nothing wrong with my religion. Ain't nothing wrong with my black scholarship. You can't comprehend. You need the right understanding. There's a problem with me. There's no problem with them. There's a problem with me. Now, I told them and others, I am not interested in your religion. I'm not interested in your God, your spirituality. I'm not interested in your supreme wisdom and black conscious scholarship, history. I'm not interested in none of that. I'm only interested in being liberated from a people once and for all. That's your personal stuff. Now, how old is the Realities Temple on Earth? I came to YouTube in 2007. Now, I began to reject the belief in God even before the Realities Temple. Years ago. It probably started in 2004, 2003, 2004, or maybe even earlier. I threw all that God, all that religion, all that spiritual stuff out the window, all that black conscience, scholarship, the melanin African, I threw all that out the window years ago. What make you think after all these years I'm going to turn around and go backwards? I don't go backwards. I move forward. To go back to that is not progress. That's going backwards. I'm not interested. I move forward. I was bullied as a child at least 4 years. God didn't do nothing to stop the bully. The only thing that stopped the bully, I had to get angry enough. I had to get angry enough to stop the bully. God didn't do nothing. But I didn't know, so I kept my faith in God. That's all I knew. That should have told me there was a problem, something is wrong with this belief system. When God didn't do anything to stop this bully from causing me harm. And of course, these religious folks, when God don't do a damn thing, they always have all these excuses. Oh, why God didn't do this. And they always point the finger at you. You didn't pray enough. You're not sincere in your belief. Now, see, that make me want to punch you in your damn face. Don't you judge me. You don't tell me. Who are you to tell me I didn't believe? I wasn't sincere. All my life in religious teaching, I've done my best to obey the law of God since I was a child. I'm not a fornicator. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I pray. I do everything that I need to do. But when it came time for God to step to the plate, he don't do a damn thing. So this made me begin to scratch my head. I'm doing all this stuff, but when I need God, God don't do a damn thing. What's the sense of serving your God, worshiping God, but then when you need God, God don't do a damn thing. But God wants you to be his servant. God wants you to be his slave. Even during slavery, look, even during slavery, you're not going to do anything to mass a slave. Nobody is going to come on that plantation and start abusing and slapping the slaves around or whatever. The massa ain't going to, hey, what's up? What you think you're doing? The massa go get his shotgun and he's going to protect his property. He's going to protect his slaves. Here you got some kind of supreme creator being asking us to submit to him or her or it, whatever the hell it is, because it's too cowardly to show itself. It wants you to submit and be basically a slave, because that's what you are. You are a slave to some creator, some supreme being. But then, when you are attacked, when harm comes to you, this massa ain't nowhere around. Even the white slave owners will go to war over their slaves. That's what the Civil War was about. You don't tell me what I can and cannot do with my slave. I can't have no slave. So they went to war for 4 years over slavery. Somebody trying to tell me what I can and cannot do. I can't have slaves. Somebody trying to tell me what to do. I'm a grown ass man. You know how we do it. I'm a grown ass man. And of course, the North was very arrogant because they had all this high technology and had all these trained soldiers. And they was at war for 4 years. And they don't want to do that again. So after the war, they buck shuffle, they scratch their head and dance the jig to keep the South comfortable so they wouldn't get mad again. Because those Southerners had, look, they had no problem going to war again. They didn't want to go through that again. They don't want to go through that right now. They don't want to go through that. But every time God don't do nothing for us, it's our fault. Something I did. Get the hell out of here. Oh, the reason why we are suffering is because we disobeyed God's law. When did this happen? Prove this. What you mean we? Who is this we you talking about? We. They have us connected to people that we don't know nothing about. People thousands of years in the past. that we don't even really know even existed. We disobeyed God's law. Now look at this. This God, y'all say that this God is a loving God and a peaceful God. I don't see that. Your God sounds like a bully, a dictator, a very evil being, arrogant, just like the slave owner. That's what this God sounds like. A very hateful. It even says in the scriptures, I'm a very hateful, well, not hateful, I'm a very jealous and angry God. What the hell is your problem? I'm a very jealous and angry God. What you God, what you jealous of? You are God, the power of power, the creator. What the hell can you be jealous of? I don't get it. And if you don't do what this God said, he or she, he has an anger management problem. He is quick to threaten. Somebody put up a Facebook post and they shown how many people God killed in the scriptures compared to the devil. Now the devil is this evil guy, and you blame him, you blame the devil for all these bad things. But when you look at the Bible, God is the one drowning people. God is the one killing folks. I think the meme said the devil killed about 2 people and God killed millions, drowning, fire, and he encouraged other people to kill. God gave the order. God encouraged other people to kill people. But the devil is the bad guy. The devil or Satan gives you free will. God said, obey me. Do what I say. A slave master, an owner, a dictator. It's either my way or the highway. The devil don't do that. But the devil is, Satan is the bad guy. The one that's actually representing freedom is Satan, not God. You know, when you look at it, Satan or God is really the hero. Because remember, the devil or Satan is a fallen angel. And I would assume that in heaven, Lucifer or Satan got tired of the bull doo-doo. Got tired of obeying all these orders, being somebody's damn slave, and told God to kick rocks. And there was some other angels say, yeah, man, tired of obeying this old broke dude, telling us what to do. This is my life. I'm a robot. I gotta be controlled by this punk. Hey, yo, let's break out. So Lucifer and the rest of his boys said, we getting out of here. How dare you? I'm the great. Get the hell out of here. We out it. Piss off, God. So it seems to me, really, the hero really is Satan. Because this is my life. Just because you gave me life don't mean that you can rule me. Unless you think I'm a farm animal. Because that's what we do with farm animals. We raise chickens. We raise chickens and pigs and cows and horses. We raise them for the specific purpose of our benefit, serving us. And that's what a slave is. A slave exists to serve and benefit somebody else. And so Lucifer and some of the other angels, they got tired of bull crap. It is not natural for us to want to serve God, to have a leash around our neck, shackles and chains. It's not natural for us to accept that. Most animals, if you put a leash or a collar, or they're gonna fight against it. I want that because it's your life. It's natural for you to want to be free. But when they break you, that's called domestication. So you see them on top of the horse, hi ho silver, oh wait, I'm fighting for freedom, justice, oh hi ho. You done broke that horse. It's not natural for a horse to have you on his back. And y'all got your dog on a leash walking down with Spot. It's not natural for Spot to have a leash walking down the street. The deacon said, imagine how Michael Jackson felt when he told Joseph, I want out of the Jackson 5. Michael wanted his freedom. Ever since he was a little boy, he was under the yoke of a dictator. It's my way or the highway. Somebody that abused him, beat him, made mockery of him. He was nothing but a slave. Michael Jackson was a slave living out the dream of his father because his father was a washed up musician. So he trained his sons to be able to do what he could not do and made slaves out of them and took their childhood away from them. Some people might think that's a good thing. There's such a thing as balance. Michael and his brothers could have had balance in their lives. You did not have to take their childhood 1,000% away from them, but because they was under a dictator who wanted to feel good and live out their dreams. Michael was not even a son. Joseph Jackson told his children, don't even call me daddy, call me Joseph. Because his children was property for him to use and do what he pleased. Michael Jackson felt so good to tell his father, just like Satan told God, I'm out of here. I'm gone. And if you think that Joseph wasn't angry, I will do this and well, you do that. And God told Satan, you do this and I'll, whatever, sir, I'm out. I'm out. You're living in a world where people have a slave owner mentality and they're looking for slaves. They're looking for somebody to control, tell what to do. This is my life. And if you make a law, I want to agree on that law. Don't force your law on me, your way of life. This is my life. You ask me, you don't tell me. See, that's the problem. They want to tell you what to do instead of asking you what to do. So, what do you do with people? And I told them, I'm not going to be an African. I'm not going to be a Muslim. I'm not going to be a Christian. Whatever you think in your head I'm supposed to be, I'm not going to be that. But they steady gonna try to force that on you. I have no choice but to get you off my back. Go on about your business. It's not happening. I sat around and rocked for 10 years in a mental facility unjustly. And this God know that I'm not guilty. And even if I was guilty, I still did not deserve to be locked up for 10 years. You have people that have committed murder that don't do 10 years in prison. But I'm waiting on God, laying around rotting in this place. God never show up. Never. I'm not interested in your God. God has never done nothing for me. And that's the reality. I accept the reality of that. So leave me alone. Matter of fact, I hate your God. I don't hate you, but I hate your God. I hate your beliefs. I hate that stuff. Leave me alone. Your God does not exist. Your God is a punk. Your God is a bully. Your God wants you to do all this stuff, but your God don't do a damn thing for you. Nothing. Your religion and your spirituality don't do a damn thing for you. God gonna punish you and put a curse on us because we disobeyed the laws of God. And so this God is the ultimate parent. I'm gonna say this in conclusion. God is the ultimate parent. Now, how many of you are parents? Many of you are parents. Y'all brothers like to slang that dang-a-lang. What? Hell yeah, I'm a parent, brother. Do you see this? Hey, Invo, do you see this? Hell yeah, I'm a parent. I got 10 kids. In your house, you lay down the law. There's things your children can and cannot do. Okay? However, as a parent, and you love your children, a lot of these children out here are very, very spoiled. And they break your rules and laws all the time. And you still spoil them. You spoil them because you love them. You don't like that they break your laws and ground rules or whatever, but you still spoil them because you can't help it because of your love. There's no parent that love their children. There's no mothers that gonna sit back and watch their children suffer, even when their children are wrong. My uncles was not criminals, but when they drink, they get in trouble with the law and get a few misdemeanors and they go to jail. My grandmother, instead of letting them sit in the jail for a while, she always ran and bailed them out of jail because she had love for her son. She didn't want to see her sons suffer. They ain't supposed to be in no jail. And you do the same thing with your children. You want them to learn a lesson from being bad or whatever. But a lot of us, because we love our children so much, you don't want to see your baby cry. You don't want to see your child in pain and suffering. You can't tolerate it. You say, damn. Now don't do that no more. Here's $20. Go to the movies. Here, take my car. You know, go enjoy yourself. I don't have children. But I've had godchildren. And at first I thought, because these are not my children, I'm going to be Mr. Authority. You know, I'm gonna lay down the law. Whatever I say, this is how it go. It don't work that way. Because when that child starts to cry, when that child starts to show hurt, that gets to you. And you be like, and you break down. And you break down. And you say, okay, look, okay, punishment is over. Don't do that no more. Don't, you know. The majority of us have spoiled children. Our children are spoiled. And you buy them $500 shoes, $1,000 video game consoles. You poor broken down, but you willing to work 3 and 4, 5 jobs to try to keep your children happy. Our babies are spoiled. Our children were spoiled. But we can't help it. Because we love our children. It's simple as that. So, in conclusion, my question is, how can we embrace what is attractive about a God that is the ultimate parent, and that parent don't give a damn about us? How are you as God going to sit back and let your children suffer in slavery 400 years, and then you still don't do nothing? You let your children suffer in Jim Crow and the black codes for over 100 years. You sit back and you did nothing, and these Peckerwoods dropped bombs on Black Wall Street. You did nothing. What kind of parent are you? You have those slave parents that abuse their children. This God sounds like a child abuser. And then this child, or rather this God sat around, according to Christian teachings, this God went and got a young girl pregnant who was married to Joseph, right? That sounds like incest, because we're the children of God. We're not on the level of God. We're the children of God. And if God get a baby by Mary, that's incest. I didn't tell the story. That's what y'all said. Well, you don't understand. Is God the Father? Yes or no? Is Mary a child of God? Yes or no? Did God get Mary pregnant? Yes or no? Not only did God get Mary pregnant, but Mary was married to Joseph, right? What kind of parent are we dealing with? This God sounds like an evil, nasty being. Michael Jackson had a wicked father. So the deacon says Michael wanted Berry Gordy to be his daddy. And so you have a lot of people out here that actually want to worship Satan. I want Satan to be my daddy. Satan is the God. And when you really look at it, Satan really is the way to go. He's the better between the two. We really should be spoiled. But this father, this God, got a serious mental problem. Hateful. You twin, you're going to do what I say. Whack. I'm going to punish you for 400 years. I'm going to rape you. I'm going to let these people cut your baby out the womb and smash his head into the ground because you did not obey me. Wow, what kind of parent is that? I'm going to let Adolf Hitler put you in a gas oven. And lynch you. This is what this God, this father does. Because you didn't obey my commandments. Bah, bah. See, that's not my story. The deacon says God was a child molester. That's what happened. Mary was a child of God. God is the father. God became a child molester. You taking this all out of proportion. You bringing the wrong understanding. That's the story. That's what you're saying. And see, that's also what you see in some of these families. These fathers rape their own daughters. They rape their sons. They rape their wives. And this is what you see. And this God has the same mindset as these people do. A man that rapes his own children. Beat your children. There are some real evil people in the world. And this God is the ultimate example of that. This God has killed millions of people compared to what? 2 by the devil? You murder and you rape and you hate in the name of God. You go to war, you molest children, you rape women. All of this is done in the name of God. So that should make us question. This should make us question God. And I have. That's why I don't want nothing to do with that. I want nothing to do with your God, your religion, your spirituality. I don't want nothing to do with your black scholarship, Pan-African teaching. I don't want nothing to do with that stuff. All of it I have found to be evil. And they all do it in the name of God. The white man killed all the native people here. Put other people in chains for hundreds of years. It was all done in the name of God. The Christians and the Muslims fighting for I don't know how many decades. It was all in the name of God. All this violence, all this rape, murder, destruction, and hate, all of it in the name of God. And you wonder why we can't live a peaceful existence. See, you have no respect for others. You have no respect for life. If I tell you I'm not interested in your God, I don't give a damn about what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said. I don't care about that man. I don't care about your teaching. I don't care about the melanin. I don't care what they did in Africa 5,000 years ago. I don't give a damn about none of that stuff. All we want here is simple liberation. Do you want that or not? No, you don't. You want a slave plantation and slaves. We don't do that here. And you're not going to get any slaves here. I'd rather be dead. I'd rather be dead. You have no respect for other people. The reason why my sister Karen is here and she's a Christian is because she has respect for others. But so many of you don't have respect for others. It's your way or the highway. It's your rules or no rules. And people like you, folks should avoid like the plague. You mean them no good. And there is no good coming to you. Somebody want to control your life. Tell you what you can, tell you how to live. Sit your punk ass down somewhere. I'd rather be dead. Slavery is over for me. Slavery was over for Michael Jackson. Had to tell his crazy ass daddy, I'm out of here. His daddy threatened to shoot him with a shotgun. What I'm gonna do to you. Y'all crazy as hell. I don't want you around me. I'm glad y'all stay the hell away from me. But if you come here and you think you're gonna force your garbage on me, I will embrace the teachings of the Quran. Fight with those who fight with you. Better take that slave ass crap on somewhere. It's freedom, justice, and equality or nothing at all. For everybody. Your racist ass, hateful ass, jealous ass, you damn murderers, rapists, child molesters. Take your happy ass on somewhere, sit down. We don't do that here. I don't give a damn how angry you get. Where's my little picture I wanted to put up? Hey, this is what they really got angry at me about. We having a conversation, and I told them, you trying to explain that religious stuff to me, you sound like Linus trying to explain the Great Pumpkin. It's the same stuff. The Great Pumpkin will never show up, and your God and your spirits and all that stuff is never going to appear. So talking to folks is like talking to Linus. He trying to explain the Great Pumpkin. Same stuff. So they get really, really angry at me because, I mean, that's the reality of it. That's your problem. That's your fault, not mine. I don't give a damn about your Great Pumpkin. I don't care about your Yahweh, Yashara, Jesus, Master Farad Muhammad. You know, whatever your gods and stuff, I don't care about that stuff. Now, if you want to liberate yourself, that's cool. But I'm not joining nobody's slave plantation. You can kick rocks. We don't do that here. It's about liberation or nothing at all. So on that note, let me get out of here and go on to do some other things, try to get some more work I need to get together. I appreciate the deacons joining us this morning. Shout out to those who are listening and those who will be listening to this broadcast later on. I much appreciate it. I'm the mighty one, Angel Snubbed Up 7. And as Don Cornelius used to always tell us in parting, I wish us love, peace, and so we already 5,000, y'all.